5,000 miles. 5,000 miles is how far we traveled from Florida all the way to Trinidad with unreliable engines. There were times they didn't work, they didn't start, they didn't run, and when they did run, they ran hot. And sometimes they were coughing like a smoker in the cold. But you see, all that was about to change for us. When we got to the United States, our first order of business was to get brand new engines. It didn't come with an easy feat. There were some trials and tribulations along the way, but we worked closely with a freight forwarder from Trinidad. Watch us as we upgrade our engines, ship them from Florida to Trinidad, and see if a sailing catamaran should have outboard engines, or if it's just a design flaw. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing. The last thing that went through my head before I dropped $8,000 on 2 brand new engines was this. This motor is getting so hot, we can't even run it. So here I am, sitting in a garage with 2 brand new engines and a whole lot of credit card debt. We have a new fridge, a new 20 horsepower engine, and another 20 horsepower engine. And I'm going to drive down to Miami in a couple days and bring this stuff to get shipped from Miami to Trinidad. And then I'm gonna meet up with this in Trinidad. And this is the Muscles. He's been helping me out. So on our way, I-95, we've got the engines, but they are in the car behind us. Cody's driving it, but he just blew a tire. Cody's the only person who's got every tool in the world, but not the right ones to change the tire. It's never a fun feeling trying to change a tire on the side of a highway, let alone I-95. Accidents happen here all the time, so we were on guard. We had 2 cars and Mr. Tools himself. However, we didn't have anything that we needed. So, we hopped back in the car, went to Walmart, and got a crowbar. We finally used Mr. Muscles, got the spare on, and I was on my way.
So we went into Walmart to get a wrench because obviously Cody doesn't have one, and he is Mr. Tool, and Mr. Tool doesn't have no tools. You messed up, Cody, on this one. First of all, you overly inflated your tire. That's a rookie mistake. We all know that the tire required 31 PSI and you did 61. Way to go, Cody.
Despite the mishap, I was able to make it down to Miami. I dropped off the packages, and this was the easiest process I've ever shipped something. USPS isn't even this easy. I signed my name, and 10 days later, my packages were in Trinidad. And in the meantime, some parts for the Tohatsu engines that we bought a couple weeks ago. We need the throttle control box, so it's like the part that tilts the engines up and down and gives the engines power. So we've been looking all over the internet, and the piece that we found was $1,000, and that's by Tohatsu. However, this is a Honda part and it's a like item, so that means we just saved like 400 and something bucks. So now we just got to go in and pay with cash because everybody charges 3.5% for a credit card transaction, and this guy's gonna be rich and I'm saving money, baby. We got the binnacle. So that guy just gave us a whole list of instructions. I didn't remember a word he was saying. Simo's got the notes.
I got notes on my phone, but they're like, really nonsensical. I'll read. Okay. Here's the notes on my phone. Cut off yellow and red and connect them together. Dark blue, green, green to blue, hot wire, in parentheses, one that looks different, to red. As for starboard, gauge harness will plug in the main harness, have to disconnect the grounds, in parentheses, black wire, and tie together. On to key power. I don't know what that means.
Well, I hope you got all that, Simo. We finished up all of our errands in the States. So we booked our flights, wheels up, and then touched down in Trinidad just a couple hours later.
Okay, we made it back to Trinidad. Just went through customs, and we're gonna grab our bags and then head back to the boat. I just got in trouble for videoing inside and spying for Trump. But we're back 4 months off the boat. We got a lot of stuff.
It's the smoothest it's ever been for us.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of experience traveling, and today was a day that we've been blessed. So, feels good. Now I just gotta get this hoodie off. Brand new, just got it in the mail yesterday. And then we wait for our taxi to take us.
Oh, how long's the ride? Like an hour?
Yeah, probably about an hour or so. So, Excited to get back to the boat and sweat.
Yeah. We're back!
We're back.
We're back and better than ever. Except we don't have stairs no more.
Yeah, we'll find them. Whoa. Riga. Cool. What? That's cold. It's cold.
She looks exactly how we left her.
Yeah.
Kind of a mess.
Alright. Doesn't smell like things got wet.
Yeah, cool.
It says we have power.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, our damper things are pretty full.
Exactly how we left it. Way cool.
The sink isn't really draining very good. Do you think it's clogged? I don't feel anything.
Don't you remember? Just before we left, we clogged the hole. We clogged the through hole just before we left.
Oh yeah, we. Oh yeah. We plugged it with the scrapped up T-shirt outside the through hole, so that's why it's not draining.
Oh, Simo.
Dramatic reenactment of actual events.
All right, me and Simo just had an airhead moment. We were trying to crank this engine. Couldn't get it, and then we forgot we hot wired it, so we need to go inside and redo it. We wanted to run the engines on the one time, just to make sure they worked, because our plan was to barter for some bottom paint. As we were getting all settled in, the next morning, the freight forwarders gave me a call. They said my engines were ready for pickup, so they swang through the boatyard, scooped me up, and I signed for my packages, then began the projects. So today's project is I need to run all the cables from the ignition switch, which is going to be right here, all the way down, and to the respective holes where the engines go. So one has to go this way, the other one goes right through there, and these are them. This is the new ignition switch. Yeah. Pull this one out. Don't need this in there anymore. Let me go put this in the bin full of extras. Now I take the running one. Now we push it through. Voila. Now you see, I'm a little bit of a wizard when it comes to disassembling things. I can take apart a remote control and almost put it back together. And with this, I say farewell Yamaha 9.9s. It's been a interesting ride. And now I say hello Tohatsu. The motors are too big for the wells, so I made a template. I'm gonna cut this much out so the motors can sit nice and flush. But I've already put this one in, so I'll pop that out. Go over here, start this side. Okay, you don't want to see me with a sawzall. So we called in the big guns. I hit the panic button and Cody was on the next thing burning down in Trinidad. Which was a good thing because in T-minus 2 days, we're in the water.
Dude, our screw hole's actually, no, that one doesn't hit. We're in trouble-ish.
So new holes had to be made. And we tried to wait for good weather to complete our projects, but the rain wouldn't let up. So we pushed and we pushed, and then finally in the wee hours of the night, we heard this beautiful noise. Okay, that didn't last long. So we rechecked the fuel fittings and made sure that enough fuel was getting to the engine and gave her one final crank up. Down here. All right. Oh, cool. And if you own a PDQ or if you're interested in getting 220 horsepower Tohatsus, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at Sailing These Knots or shoot me an email, and my email is in our description in our bio. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. It really tricks the algorithm into recommending this content to other people. And if you're new here, go ahead and click the video on the screen. This is our year-end recap.
We're ready, Barbie.
Okay, follow these knots. Those knots. Follow these knots.